sort of overlook. It's something that I have got mine. I'm sure yours is also right there before you. Probably you've had it already. If you come to religion and culture, there is a great disappointment most of the time, and you shouldn't sort of underestimate it or sort of isolate yourself as being unique. You know, it's a disappointment thing which we all live with, or we happen to sort of live with. If you look in the book of Matthew of the New Testament, chapter 10, verse 23, here is a red letter Bible reading which the acclaimed name Jesus, that's Yehoshua, to be the Jewish referred as Yehoshua, was making a statement to assure his disciples of his coming back. In the Matthew 10 verse 23, when they persecute you, I read, when they persecute you in this city, flee to another. For assuredly, I say to you, you will not have gone through the cities of Israel before the Son of Man comes. He is called himself the Son of Man. He referred to himself the Son of Man. So he was confidently giving them the courage to go ahead and do what they have to do, what he sent them to do. And if there were persecution going on, they shouldn't worry. They should just go to another town, flee to another town. You don't need to fight it or resist or whatever. Just go to the next town that would receive you. But I assure you, you won't even finish doing the job and I'll be back. Do you know what I mean? Now, when you hear such a statement, but even in the times of the disciples, they were disappointed. They got disappointed at that time. How much more you and I? If you haven't met it, you read it, it's right there. There are so many people today who knows that, you know. Now, if you've come to Britain, you sort of have your own mindset thinking that you are in a holy place. Now, people got disappointment to an extent that people decided to build their own life, their own city. I'm sure probably Britain took that channel of trying to build their own life when the Anglican Church of Britain moved away or separated from the Roman Catholic. They wanted to build their own life, and they did their best to do what they can do. So it's more or less Britain is seen as a Christian country, dominantly Christian. Believers. Now, in this sense, I want to chip this in where I met this tutor who has got an Asian background. He could be a Hindu or a Buddhist. I'm not too sure. He could be any of that. And he was trying to compliment the British of being a very good society when he arrived. Just at this time round, it has changed. He sort of said that the times he came to Britain could be 20, 40 years ago, because he's a very elderly man. And Britain was good that you can even buy items, put the money there in the tray openly outside, and nobody would take it, and the owner will have to pick his money. The milk will be served at your door. You put your money in, you take your milk in. The morning before he comes to take the bottle, he sort of take his money and he's gone. Nobody steals the money. It's like a city where, like London hasn't got any. It has got righteous people, that people were not stealing. They were not going to steal your money. But we shouldn't forget, to my view, Britain has come from a very rich, has attained so much riches. And people at that time, probably in this country, were living well. They were well treated. They won't be valuing such money. I mean, at that time, I'm sure if you put 10 million pounds outside your door, somebody would not leave it there. They were going to take it. But that tiny money, if that was the main thing, I mean, it's being picked today. Because today, those who are going to pick it are very desperate. So many people are desperate now. And they don't have the money they used to have before to give all people the assistance they need. But they try to serve themselves as much as they can, And I was trying to think again. I said to myself, if you knew that was what the country was, why didn't you convert to Christianity? I mean, I didn't ask him, but if I had a chance, I would have asked him that question. Why doesn't he turn himself and become a Christian? Because it is clear that you are accepting that they had a very good culture, and you, the same person, has already made a public, a declaration to a compliment of saying that religion is a very good thing, and if religion is implemented or if religion is being practiced, society will be better off. And you have realized that Christianity was good. It was better off because you have moved from your place, which is practicing Hindu or whatever, to settle here. And obviously you've realized that they have got a religion here that maybe has got so much link to the reason why people don't steal and all that, because it says in the Bible that shall not steal, and maybe that is what is being put into practice in the practical sense. Instead of hoping for heaven, you're building their own heaven right here on earth. So if you find such a place, you should have converted to Christianity. Now, I don't think he looked like somebody who was a Christian. Maybe he is a Christian, but if he wasn't, it's better he convert to Christianity. But if he's still holding on to Hinduism or Buddhism, then I don't really get the idea. There are so many people who live in the countries where they have come in and the rules and the regulations there favors them a lot out of where their religion is and where their beliefs that they are claiming is good is, or they are claiming to have be cultured linked up to. You have your religion, you love it, you think it's the best, and the rules bordering it you should embrace, you don't. You go to another place with a different religion, you settle there, you embrace their laws, their rules, which you think it favors you and gives you a very comfortable life. Why don't you then convert to the religion as well? Because the religion is part of the reason why they have that good society. If you think that religion ruling is the main reason why the place is what it is. But then again, I couldn't ask much. But as I said, Britain success was coming from so much, such an end. They had so much, can you imagine the success that they had? People have been put through a lot for them to gain that success. The spirit behind them, whichever way, they took them to the length of enslaving others to succeed. So they have gone through a means of richness, not through some sort of silver platter means that they have gone through means and put people through all sort of means to get what they had, and they are very rich. It's a rich country, it's widely known to be a rich country. So if they are in such a situation and be able to put pennies on the outside of the door and all that, it's not quite a mystery. You don't expect people to go for such a money, but as I said, put 10,000 there at the door. Let's see if at that time 10,000 pounds, if someone wouldn't pick it, and the next day you come and meet it there, as if the country was holy and righteous people living in the country. That's the idea what he was saying, that people were good, society was like okay. But again, that was his view. That view can be challenged. That view can be looked into, realizing that it wasn't as he made me think. Today, we are all in here, and things are not the same, because obviously surviving is different compared to that time. Though probably not the same population we have today. So, meanwhile, money has also, riches has grown up. It's not like riches has gone down. As population grows, riches grows. Now, we also know that he was really giving credit to the country and all that. There is this other issue which regarding people who sometimes in religious sense begin to consider themselves as very active. And I view them as, if you are religious and you're active in sex, you are only active because you are not practicing. You are not a practicing religious person. If you are a non-practicing religious person, that is one reason why you become so active in sex, because there are so many tests in the book that will make you feel guilty in doing certain things that will be so pleasing to your partner or pleasing to yourself. And you will have that limitations in your life, and guilt will eat you up, and you won't behave anyhow you want to behave. You won't just kiss in public. You won't have that freeness of acting and enjoying yourself as you want to. When it comes to active sex, you need to go that far. It means that you have to be very ready, pleasing yourself. And if you can't do that, then you must know that something standing with that is religion. Religion can be very strong in stand in the way.